Simon & Schuster Audio presents Sniper and the Wolf, a sniper elite novel by Scott McEwen with Thomas Colinar. Read by Brian Hutchison.
This book is dedicated to the men and women whose lives have been lost in fighting the war on terrorism worldwide. Only God can judge whether the terrorists are right or wrong. It is our job to arrange the meeting. Unknown U.S. Navy SEAL. On April 8, 2014, the director of the Russian Federal Security Service confirmed the death of Doka Umarov, the Chechen Islamist militant responsible for Moscow metro bombings in 2010. Though the exact date and place of his death remain unknown, his demise has been confirmed by the United States government, and he was removed from the U.S. State Department's Rewards for Justice list in April 2014. Prologue. Cancun, Mexico. Former White House Chief of Staff Tim Hagen sat beside the pool at his Cancun hotel on the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula, sipping a piña colada and skimming a paperback copy of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Though he knew each of the 27 concepts backward and forward, he enjoyed studying the printed words, searching them for insight into the mind that had written them. He was particularly interested in the concepts covered in Chapter 13, the use of spies. Up until 6 months earlier, Hagen had been chief military advisor to the President of the United States. But that had changed abruptly upon the President's asking for his resignation, mere minutes after San Diego was nearly destroyed by a Soviet-era suitcase nuke. Of course, Hagen's ego wouldn't permit him to see that he'd brought the dismissal upon himself, through his constant manipulation of the President to serve his own ambitions. Instead, he blamed Gil Shannon and Robert Pope for undermining his influence. Now Hagen was waiting to hear that the indefatigable Navy SEAL was either dead or on his way to a French prison. Upon hearing the news, he would return to Washington, D.C. with his honor restored to him and begin anew his ambitious pursuits of power and influence. He intended to offer his strategic services to a rising new political star, a handsome young senator named Steve Greaves from New York, who, with the right guidance, might one day make a successful run at the White House. A hotel concierge.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?